What's up, lawn crew? Coming at you with another video today. We're going to be doing another unboxing video for you. This is the SunJoe Scarifier And Dethatcher. Ordered from Amazon.com, as is most of my stuff that I do a review on. This is an electric plug-in de-thatcher, 12 amps. Let's get right into this, shall we? I got this because I'm going to be doing a huge lawn renovation, as you've seen in my previous videos I've been talking about lately. I'm going to be using the Scarifier attachment specifically because I want to expose the soil as much as possible for my seed that I'm putting down. Let's take a look here. First time opening this up. 2-year warranty. You have to go online to SunJoe.com, register online, and you get 2-year warranty with it. It's got some stuff in there. There's the documentation. Looks like there are some connectors here that you screw onto the handlebars. Let's take that out and set it aside. Instruction manual, all sorts of documents. It comes with a bagger, which is really nice. I'm definitely going to use that because my mower, believe it or not, does not have a bagging attachment. It's a super tiny bag. Probably have to empty this like 5,000 times for the size of my lawn. But it's nice that it does come with it. It's going to make cleanup a lot easier, I think, since I just mowed super short, scalped the crap out of my lawn, and I was going to blow everything, but it's nice that I have this, so maybe when I go in through the Scarifier attachment, it'll suck up whatever in here. I'll probably have to empty this a bunch. A couple of pulls here, which I'm sure is for the handlebar attachment. Okay, a little bit of assembly required. Use the correct extension cord. It recommends up to 50 feet using a 14 gauge wire, or more than 50 feet you should use a 12 gauge wire. So it's going to be a little bit thicker wire, otherwise you're going to have a lot of voltage drop over a long distance. Do not use extension cords over 100 feet, probably because it gets too hot. Drawing a 12 amp motor draw off 120 volt outlet over 100 foot distance has a lot of voltage drop. Let's set these aside. A couple more bent poles here. Hopefully this is easy to assemble. This is wired in, which is the controls here. That must be the go pedal. And I'm sure you want to see the business end. There she is. Looks pretty nice. It serves me well. Oh look, and here is our de-thatcher attachment. So this drum attaches underneath the bottom end here. That's going to save you some time since the Scarifier is already attached. So you see how this has like some blades on it that cut into the grass. That's what I'm going to be using here today. And this is more for like removing thatch or dead grass. Raking, it's power rake basically. I'll let you get a good close-up view of that. Apparently these are replaceable. They're just some metal tines on there. It's more like a rake. The other one's gonna do some more damage. This is a lot more gentler on your lawn, which I'm not gonna be using it today because we are gonna make my lawn hurt. That's the whole point of this overseeding my existing grass. I am going to really make the existing grass hurt in the process. So keep that in mind, depending on your application, what you're doing, what your goals are. I'm going to pause the video, read the instructions for you, and then we'll assemble it. Alright, it's fully assembled. Pretty easy, only took about 10 minutes. Tools you're going to need is a screwdriver pretty much just to screw in, screw here and screw here. However, I did use a rubber mallet to pound this in because this has to be fully seated inside this hole here. So this lower bar actually kind of jammed up in here a little bit, so after I inserted this, I had to tap on this a few times to get it all the way seated in order for the screw to go in, because otherwise it's kind of hard to get the hole lined up in this bar with the screw. So that's what the rubber mallet was for. So you might need that, you might not. But other than that, it was a bit finicky there. Otherwise, everything else is super easy to assemble. Instructions are pretty straightforward. This just screws together just like any other lawnmower would for the handlebars. Here's your cord connector. There's a little plastic plug there. Yeah, there's a extension cord holder here as well, and the clips here for the cord going from the control box to the motor housing. This is a little chintzy and flimsy, if you ask me. It just falls off pretty easily, so be aware of that. You might lose these little plastic clips. Basically, you just slot this in like that and snap it on. So like I said, they're not very secure and kind of chintzy. You might lose them. It's not going to make or break the functionality. It might just flop this around a little bit. No big deal. Bag, super easy. This just lifts up. That spring's closed. There's a couple little notches on the back that you put your bag on. Just like any other lawnmower would. You just set that in there, and it's good to go. Height adjustment. One single knob to adjust height. There's 5 settings. It has -10, -5, 0, 5, and 10. So that is your setting for millimeters. So it's -10 millimeter, -5 millimeter. And I think it just pops out. If I can figure this out without breaking it. Oh, you push down. So that's easy enough. You push in like this, and then it adjusts and clicks in place. So don't pull out, that's going to break it. That's set right in the middle at 0, 5, 10. That's your highest setting. For the Scarifier, I'm going to start -5 and see how it performs. It might go as deep as it goes, so we'll see. Hopefully my extension cords will work with this. It's going to draw about 1500 watts at 12 amp, 120 volt. That's the power that we're talking, so the thicker the power cord you have, the better. Alright, let's plug it in and try it out. So I've got a 25-foot 12-gauge wire extension cord plugged in at my outlet, plus a 50-foot 14-gauge wire to get me out to about 75 feet. This is the bare minimum gauge you want for 50 feet, but I'm extending it with a 12-gauge to get me 75. For you safety sallies out there, I did switch into shoes to make you happy. I'm going to use the cord hook here. So you can go in like that from the back, and it clips on like this so you don't run it over. It just keeps it elevated. Let's fire it up and give it a test. Safety button. Almost forgot. You have to depress this. And that's how it works. Sounds like the motor's working, which is nice. I'll get it lined up with my first row and we'll go. That's max depth, second from max depth. So that is cutting into the dirt just a little bit. You can kind of see where I went. I'm gonna move it down to all the way to the lowest setting. That 75-foot extension cord doesn't sound like the motor is really losing any power. I guess I haven't tried it with a 25-foot cord, but I guess if the motor isn't running at full RPM, you'll know that you're losing voltage. So if you've got 100 feet of this cheap orange cable, it might not spin as fast. So keep that in mind. If you have performance issues, buy a thicker cable. You don't have to hold the safety button down. just depress it to get it started, and then hold the handle and it'll go. Gets me to the end of my driveway. Hooray. It's lined up. When the bag's full because I just started dumping a whole bunch right there. Yep, time to change the bag every row. This is going to take a while. It's definitely working at the deepest setting. Just note to self, one pass gets this totally full. I'm getting a lot of dirt in here, so I think what I'm going to do is do it on a low setting just to collect the grass, and then drop it down a little bit lower just to get that dirt. So I'll at least get the grass raked up and not a lot of dirt raked up. So you can see at the deepest setting it is cutting in pretty good. Alright everyone, if you like this video, hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment if you got any questions below. Until next time, thanks for watching.